Alrighty, this is JD, and we are here this afternoon with Michael Bennett. We got 5 laps here in the Porsche GT3 RS. Does that all sound correct to you, Mike?
Perfect, yeah.
Alright, very good. As I mentioned, just a few things here before we get you going. For starters, the mirrors are set for me, so I'll watch everything that's going on around us. I'll certainly keep you updated. With that in mind, just simply focusing on your driving, keep your vision up. Again, your eyes guide you, look where you want to go, and I'll give you visual cues and reminders just to help you anticipate and to assist with that. While we're on track, if we approach a slower car, just wait for the 4-way flashers to come on. Once we're given those hazard lights, I can then point you by and I'll let you know exactly where you can pass.
Okay.
The RS is hands down one of the best handling cars that we have here. Very confidence inspiring. It's got a lot of grip. It's fairly easy to carry quite a bit of speed through the corners, but with that in mind, it's still very responsive. Turns in very quickly. It's got a lot of front grip, so just a little steering angle goes a long way. Just want you to be really smooth, very progressive on your steering, as well as that throttle application. On the contrary, under braking, need to use quite a bit of brake pressure. So as we get into the brake pressure, into the braking zone, that first initial brake needs to be very firm, very assertive, focus on getting the car slowed down efficiently, and then as you start turning in, just gently come off those brakes, gently releasing, and that will rebalance the weight throughout the car, and that will just make for a very smooth turn-in. The paddle shifters here on the steering wheel do move with the wheel, so you can rest your fingers on those paddles. Be aware of some of these other controls, which are pretty close and easy to accidentally grab a hold of, but we're going to mainly utilize 3rd, 4th, 5th gear. I'll let you know when to shift. I'll call those out while we're on track, and just as a reminder, right is up and left is downshift.
Perfect.
Questions, concerns, ready to rock?
I think I'm ready to go, yeah.
Alrighty, go ahead and press down on the brake there. When you're ready, we're going to roll forward here. The car is on a stop, so just a little bit of throttle to go over the bump after he pulls by.
Okay.
And then we'll head out to the left. Alright, you're good to roll out. Just a bit of throttle straight over and left. End of pit lane, we're going to hang left over to the stop sign at the end of the pit wall. And we're going to stop next to the blue cone right here. Just pull right up alongside of that there. And track is clear. Nice smooth throttle. We're going to roll straight out onto the racetrack. Perfect. Upshifting. We'll upshift once more. We're going to cut straight through to the green turn-in cone, and this will lead us onto our main straightaway. So we'll follow it around to the right. You want to look up to the end of the main straightaway. A nice smooth application on throttle all the way down the main straight. Upshift. Up again. Cut the cones, brake firm. Downshift once. Now ease off brakes and full release. Just let it roll through to apex now. And then you can start squeezing back on throttle down the short straightaway and just unwinding out left once again. Good. We're going to brake straight. We'll keep this gear. Go ahead and start to ease off brakes and let it roll through to apex. It's a little blind through here, so a bit of throttle straight over the crest, keeping to the right. Let it roll through to apex here, a little bit of throttle, and then you can squeeze into it about mid-track and work your way back left. Very good. Go ahead and start to release those brakes. Just let it roll through to apex. Pretty long corner. Eyes up through the corner and squeeze back on throttle. All good. Work your way back over. Just going to let off. Now go half throttle straight through. A little more. All good. Let it roll through to apex. Carry your entry speed. And then as you pick up throttle, unwinding your wheel out to the left. And good. Go for it. Go ahead and ease off brakes and full release here. Just a smooth release off and then squeeze on throttle down the short straightaway here. All good. Go for it. Braking. Downshift. Now smooth off your brake. Let it roll through to apex. A little bit of throttle. Go half throttle here. Good. We're just going to let off. Carry your entry speed. Little throttle at the apex. Squeeze into it. Good. Little more. Perfect. brake, and then ease off. Keep turning into apex, keep rotating, and then squeezing on throttle. Gradually roll into it, back right, good. Just lift, turn in, half throttle through. A little more straight, brake straight. Start turning in, come off your brakes, little bit of throttle, and full power off the corner. All good, get after it. Very good. We're gonna let one car sneak by, so we're just gonna brake straight. Very good. Go ahead, downshift once, and then turning into the bottom of the racetrack, all clear. Go ahead, roll back on throttle, look up to the end of the short straightaway. Full power here. Brake, downshift once. Very gently release brakes towards that apex. Good. Go a bit of throttle, about half. Very good. Carry your entry speed to apex. Little bit of throttle, then squeeze into it. Very good. Spot that apex, then start looking up through the corner. Little bit of throttle, then gradually squeeze into it. Working your way back over to the right. Good. We're gonna lift. Just a little throttle. We're going to close in behind. Very good. Now we're going to follow the Acura on the left here past the Lamborghini. So we'll go ahead and follow the car through on the left. Get after it. Go for it. Full power now. Upshift. Good. Brake just past the turn-in cone. Downshift. Good. Come off those brakes. Let it roll through to apex. Good. Look up to the end of the short chute. Full power. Good. Go.
The car is way more capable than I am.
It's a brilliant car. Braking. A little harder. Downshift. Come off those brakes. All good. Nice smooth. Half throttle. 3/4 back over. Very light brake. Not much. Good. Little bit of throttle at apex. Squeeze back into it. Good. Wide on entry. Go ahead, ease off brakes. We're going to pass back by them. They're pulling off track, so normal line. Pick up throttle off the corner. Half throttle through. Good. Bit of brake straight. Come off those brakes. Use the inside stripes to apex, and then squeeze back on it. All good. Turn-in cone, good, ease off, so just a gentle release off brakes. When roll on throttle off the corner here, all good. Just came off the brakes a little too abrupt. Keep on it, no worries, close the distance. We're gonna pass inside here, go ahead and downshift once, little bit of brake, and then ease off to apex, good. Little bit of throttle, go about half now, up and over. Good, let it roll through to apex. We're gonna let one car sneak by, hold left here, and I'm gonna give you one extra lap to make up for traffic here. Get held up a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and carry on to apex. They're pulling off, so just keep doing what you're doing. Back on throttle, we'll do one more here. Back over. Just a lift, half throttle through. Very good. Grab a little brake and then ease off. Carry your speed to apex. Good. And then roll back up to full power down the main straightaway. Just make sure when you come off those brakes, it's a little smoother.
Okay.
Upshift. Initial brake firm. Harder. Downshift. Gently releasing. Good. Let it roll now. Pick up throttle. And full power off the corner. Good. Up one. Under braking, back down, easing off, good, let it roll, perfect, that's it, go half throttle or so, but a little more. Very light brush brake, not much, hit your apex here, little throttle, then squeeze, good, little more. All right, that was our time on track here. We're gonna duck back in, just past the blue cone, just to the right of you here, into pit lane, and then it'll be a tight left around the barrier. What'd we think?
That's insane.
Pretty cool?
Yeah, it's, you know,
straight in.
You don't drive a car
yeah.
that's capable, you really don't have any idea what it's in for. So it's like, I drive a truck, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and I don't
like this, like way more nimble.
This row here, and then right in between the purple Porsche and the yellow Corvette right here on the right. Yeah, I drive a truck as a daily too, so I can relate.
Yeah, that's unreal.
And right about there will be fine. Go ahead and let off the brake. If the car rolls any, don't be alarmed. It's got the stop that it'll catch.
Cool.
We enjoyed it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this
Thank you
is a
very much.
brilliant car, but thank you for coming out. I'm glad you had a good time. Again, we did one extra lap just because we were catching traffic either from behind or in front of us, so just to make up for it, threw in an extra one there for you.
Excellent.
But
I appreciate it.
questions, concerns, anything of that nature?
No.
Perfect. Well,
No.
thank you for coming out. You said just the one, right? Are you guys doing the drift or karts or anything?
We're gonna look into it and see. I got to find out what they want to do, but I think
Yeah, no worries. Just asking so I know what direction to point you in, but I will shut the video down. I'll go ahead and bring this over, and then we'll get you all squared away.
excellent.
Green strap there, just had it. Pull that forward, and you're all set.
All right.
I'll bring this around to you.